StarrSoaps channel. How are you today? I'm doing good. Today I'm going to be making the Passionfruit Ombre soap. This is going to be entered into the Ombre challenge in the Kiwi Soap Makers group over on Facebook. So come along with me and I'll show you how I make it squee. So first things first, we're going to add our cooled lye water to our cooled oils, and I have mulberry silk that I dissolve into my lye water, which I've been told is a little bit unique. The Duchess of Suds said she'd never ever seen anyone else use mulberry silk in their soap before, and I thought that was pretty groovy, and it just dissolves into the lye solution and adds a lovely feel to the final soap, and it's a nice luxurious ingredient. So a little bit of soap's getting portioned off now to make my wedding soap cake. So I'm just stealing a little bit of soap from this batch. Thank you. There's the empty jug. And I must tell you that if you'd like to see the wedding cake, then please come and follow me on Instagram, and you'll find the link to my Instagram below in the description box, where you can see pictures of the wedding soap cake that I made and the final soap cake that I made to keep as a memento, as like for my wedding, because I didn't actually have a cake on my wedding. We didn't spend very much money on the wedding. We saved all the money for the honeymoon. So right now I'm sectioning off my soap into 6 hopefully equal portions. Doesn't have to be exact. And I'm going to be colouring these in the gradients of orange and yellow. So I'm going to be using my orange sunset, peach sunset mica, I believe it's called, sorry. That's going in some of the jugs, and I'm going to be doing like a really dark orange and then fading that out to like a bright yellow that's going to be faded out to a soft yellow. So it's going to look hopefully a bit like a beautiful sunrise on a lovely beautiful morning. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to go ahead now and mix each jug, and it's going to take me a while because I'm just eyeballing here. I've got my mica mixed up, both the yellow and the orange, and I'm just sort of making the colours as I go. So I'm just sort of mixing each little separated portion of soap until I get just the right shade. I found this was the best way to do it, although if you're doing something like a rainbow where you've got 6 different colours, then you definitely wouldn't do something like this. But to achieve this gradient, or ombre, whatever you want to call it, this is how I'm doing it. So I've mixed up my colorants quite thick with quite a lot of colour to olive oil ratio, and then I'm just adding them into the soap and sort of trying to get a nice blend from the darkest to the lightest. That's the plan. Okay, and it's time to start moulding. So the first thing I'm going to do is pour in my darkest orange portion to create the bottom layer, and it'll fade right up to that very soft yellow on the very top. And the very first layer I pour is the easiest to pour. I can just plonk it in, whereas from here on out every other layer needs to be spooned in with just a little bit at a time so that we don't break the layers and we keep each colour separate in the soap. This is a technique that I have struggled with. I have tried to do lines in my soap many times, and I'll leave some links below to different videos like the peppermint one and stuff like that, where you can see me trying to get lines, and I have never succeeded. I always end up with them looking all sort of broken, and they never come out perfect. And every time I see photographs of people's perfect lines in their soap making, I'm always just like, what? How did you achieve that? That is amazing. So it's definitely something that I keep trying, but I still can't quite get there. So it has to do with your soap consistency. It has to be thick, but not too thick, and that way you won't break through the layers. And the only other way I've seen people do it, like Teach, for example, is to spoon on the soap like this very carefully, which takes a very long time. And as you can imagine, not all soapers have got this type of time. We need to hurry up and get other things done. So I think that even though this is really quite cool technique, I need to discover whatever it is that I'm missing, that I'm doing wrong, so that I can do this technique with more ease and so that it comes out better. So if you're watching and you've got some little tips that you'd like to leave me, if you've done successful lines, then please feel free to leave me some comments below. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll take it on board, anything that you can offer to me. So we're just going to keep on spooning these layers of soap up, and while I'm doing that, I would like to have a little chat with you. Basically, I want to have a little chat with you about integrity. Now, I know that might sound a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I think it's very important. Integrity is a word that could be interpreted however you want, but the way that I like to look at it is that you do things with a genuine intention. You do things with the best intention in mind, and you don't do things in a way to just try to get stuff for yourself. You do things in a way that's going to not only benefit yourself but benefit everyone around you as well. So one thing that's kind of interesting about my YouTube channel that you're watching, StarrSoaps, is that the very first videos that you ever saw of me on this YouTube channel were the very first times I had ever made soap. So I didn't sort of get good at soap making and get polished and then start making videos when I felt like I was good enough to show you the best way to do it. I've shown you my journey all the way from the very beginning, literally from number one, the first cold process soap I ever made, burnt s'mores, and I will leave a link below and you can go and check it out. And it was a failure, but that's what I think makes my soap channel and me unique. Because I do not edit out the mistakes. You see everything I do, including the fails, and we learn together on the soaping journey. So even though some people might think that it's wrong of me to share information that could be seen as wrong post learning more about the subject, I never intended to actually lead anybody astray. All I wanted to do was share my journey with you guys. And all of those of you that have stuck in there from the beginning, those of you that subscribed to that very first jolly silly video, all the way till now, you mean so much to me. I'm getting a little bit choked up, even just trying to tell you how much you mean to me, because honestly, that's what makes this special to me. You guys have watched me evolving. You've seen me from my very early baby stages, learning, growing, trying out some weird things, doing stuff that didn't work until I found the things that did work, and then here we are. We've made it to this stage in the journey, right? So I love you guys so much, and the last thing I want to do is give you bad information or set you up to fail. What I've always done is shared my recipes for free here. I've always told you guys tips and tricks as I've discovered them, not waiting or trying to kind of get as much as I could out of it first, just wanting to share all the information as it comes to me, because I found every new thing that I discovered was exciting and I wanted to share that excitement with you guys. So yeah, I don't sell recipes. I don't sell my knowledge. I give it away freely, and you watch me as I learn, and as I gain this knowledge, I'm also sharing it with you. I would never have been on this soaping journey if it wasn't for YouTube and for other soap makers that inspired me to start in the first place. So that's me giving back. This is me giving back to the same people that helped me, and to hopefully continue on the joy of soap making so that more people can get the soapy bug. So, okay, that's enough of a waffle about that. I just really wanted to cover that. There's been some talk lately about videos that mislead people, whether it's intentionally or not. And I just wanted to say that yes, I do have old videos on here where yes, I have made some mistakes, and no, I won't be deleting them. That is all part of the learning and all part of the journey that has helped me to get right to here, to today, to the awesome groovy soap maker that I am. I'm just going to keep on layering up the soap, and while I do, I'm going to treat you guys to a track that my beautiful little 8-year-old daughter made on GarageBand. So treat your ears to some AJ dubstep. sits overnight and we're back again the next day to cut it. I have it upside down because it is quite soft. I have been noticing lately, since it's been winter time in New Zealand anyhow, that soaps have not been setting quite how I wanted them to. But look at that gradient. I'm so happy. I love the dark orange at the bottom going right up to the bright yellow. It is fantastic. But yes, as you can see, very, very soft soap and very tricky for me to pull it apart without sort of squishing it and things. So I'm having a bit of a heck of a time here, but it's all right, never give up. Separate out all the soaps so they can cure, and here we have them after about a week of curing. Now the colours have faded a little bit, but that's good. I like them like this. The whole colour of the whole soap is soft, and the fading through the different colours, oh, so chuffed, so happy. The only thing that I'm not happy about maybe would be those lines not being perfect straight lines, but I kind of think that adds to the look because I was going for a sunrise look, and we all know that the sunrise is never perfect straight lines. So yeah, pretty happy. Here is the wet soap in the mould, and I had spritzed the top with rubbing alcohol just to make sure that it's set up. And here are the cut bars, and they look so good, like waves, like, oh, beautiful. Really, really happy with how they came out. So I really hope that you enjoyed watching me make this soap as much as I enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun, and I entered into the challenge, but I didn't win, but that's okay. And this week I'd like to highlight Janet Campbell and her incredible Calavera cookies. These are amazing. They're little bubble bars. I think they must be pressed into a mold to make this shape like the Mexican skull. I absolutely love them. Good job, Janet. And she shared them in our StarrSoaps family group on Facebook. So if you want yours highlighted, please share it with us. I love seeing what you make. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and become a member of our StarrSoaps family and feel that soapy love. I'll see you next time.